ultimate betrayal. New evidence revealing the death of Illinois police officer. Lieutenant Joseph Glinowitz was a suicide staged to look like a murder. Investigators claim the veteran officer had been stealing money from a police-sponsored youth program and doing it for years.
Glinowitz's death was a carefully staged suicide. We have determined this staged suicide was the end result of extensive criminal acts that Glinowitz had been committing.
Wow, what a turn in this. Steve Rogers, retired detective lieutenant for the Nutley, New Jersey Police Department and a former member of the FBI Terror Task Force. Lieutenant, welcome back here.
You're welcome.
Wow, what a change of events we have here. I just want to remind you, in the context of his alleged murder, there was a manhunt. They spent enormous amounts of money looking for the killers. And this was all in the context, too, of police under fire in different parts of the country. Appalling, if true.
Appalling if true, and I've got to tell you, in the environment that police officers are facing today, this was the worst thing that anyone can do. Look, he tarnished this badge as far as I'm concerned, if in fact this is the case. The question I have, Bill, is this: who knew? Who was involved in this with him? You know, as a police officer, you kind of know the background of the people you work with, and you kind of know when they're on edge. You kind of know when they're in trouble. This guy had financial troubles, from what I understand. He took money that he shouldn't have taken. But my point is this: anyone who knows, any police officer who has any knowledge of this, they better bring that blue wall of silence down, or they may end up in the prison that he belongs in.
You're suggesting police know?
Well,
because
if they know.
The reports suggest that his wife may have been in on it,
yep,
and his son as well.
I'm very well aware of that, but I'm also well aware that in the police world, there are things that go on. There's a lot of locker room talk. Guys are whispering. If somebody had any knowledge, they should come forward. But let me add this, all right? The badge was tarnished by this guy, but that Lake County Police Department, God bless them. They were very transparent. They were very methodical in their investigation. It must have killed them to have to bring this out to the public. But kudos to that police department for doing the job they did.
Apparently, he took a trip to Hawaii with his wife.
Yeah,
it cost $9,000, and that's just one of the events that's been itemized so far.
So, Bill, with mounting bills in the house, your wife takes a trip with you. Where'd you get the $9,000 to go on a trip when you couldn't pay your mortgage? Maybe she did have knowledge, and if she did.
I get it, the wife, and also your inference, though, is that other police officers on the force may have had knowledge or could have been in on it as well.
Well, and I'm not saying that's factual. I'm saying that my instinct is telling me that if something of this magnitude is going on, did he say something to someone, or did someone have an inkling about this? And that's what has to be investigated.
Well, the family's fighting back. Here it is, the statement on screen now. Another day of deep sorrow for the Glinowitz family. The family has cooperated with the task force's investigation and will not comment at this time. The Glinowitz family requests that their privacy be respected as they continue to cope with the loss of the beloved husband and father. What is intriguing to me always in this day of technology is the electronic fingerprint that you leave behind. And according to evidence, so far, they believe they have it. What he's discussing with his wife, if he gets caught, they will, quote, crucify him.
Everybody gets caught, but sorrow for him? How about sorrow for every good police officer that puts his life or her life on the line every day? What was done to them is tragic, but they'll rise to the occasion. They'll do their job the way they're supposed to do.
I get the sense this is personal for you.
It is, because you work so hard. I've worked 38 years, brought honor to my community in Nutley, New Jersey, as well as every other Nutley officer. NYPD, the best police department in the country. To have a police officer do this, it hurts all of us. We're family.
Stay at it, Lieutenant. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Martha, what's next?